they're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. What a way to start this game. Try to rattle them right off the bat with an onside kick, and it pays off. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Leaves it with the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Let's think a second about Arizona State. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? A lot of times because their teams are doing well and competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Udo. Oh, he's got some space. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next day.
He lobs one high down the left side. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Leaves it with the back. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Mountaineers want to pick up the tempo. Those who say you can't go home again don't know Rich Rodriguez as he returns to Morgantown and hoping to take the Mountaineers to near ethereal realm.
Man, you think back to Pat White, Steve Slayton, Will Devine, all those great players on offense. How much fun Rich Rod's offense was back in the day. I don't know if it's going to look like that right away, David, but you can see why people are really excited.
And it's a totally different look now, right? Like so many guys going into the portal, but you hope it looks like it used to with the explosiveness, with the fun. Obviously, he won a ton of games at that spot, was close to playing for a national title. Can he get the spark back?
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The throw to the outside is complete. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Going to try to get it himself. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Catch in the middle, it's McClain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the quarterback's by his lonesome on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll get rid of it. Got his man to the left. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick.
Wide open, he makes the catch. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. They'll run it to the right side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive, break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Motion from the wide receiver. The run up the middle, looking for the score. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Touchdown, West Virginia! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They'll run play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He's taking the shot. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. He's out of bounds after a big pickup. And there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Looking to throw, it's Levitt.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That's it, Clyde. Complete to the left. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Here's a heat. Still on his feet at the 45. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Buys a little time. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. Got it. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. And the Sun Devils are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense. Now you're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down. You're probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. Trying to pull their way in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too. And you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
Fires to the end zone. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on 4th down. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. They dug themselves out of a 14-0 hole, and now a chance to take the lead on this drive. The Mountaineers backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on 1st down.
I like this idea by the offense going very up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Right back to the well. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11. And the Mountaineers moving quickly to the line. Trying play action. Under fire. And a sack. All the way back at the 5. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job finishing.
Off play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Anderson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Caught, close to the marker, it's Anderson. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for this offense. Wants to go up top. Dances away to buy time. He just threw that one away. Nobody he was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stick. He's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
Third and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Mountaineers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Snagged in the middle, H. Barnes. Turning on the Jets. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The give on the option. Touchdown, Mountaineers! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The extra point here would tie the game. All tied up after that one. Possible shootout coming.
And the offense does its job, and now the pressure switches back to the other offense. Points at a premium.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got rid of it just in time. He just got rid of the football. I'm not sure what he was doing, and they're going to get him for grounding.
Intentional grounding.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a man on the right. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires downfield. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. That's caught, it's McClain. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Sun Devils didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. The Sun Devils will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. On target to the left. Gets it out to the 22 before going out of bounds, and they are suddenly out of trouble. On 1st down from their own 22. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. And the Mountaineers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Mountaineers will punt it away on 4th down. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Completes it in the middle. At the 35, he's open. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
to tuck it into that right corner. This is now a 7-point game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Tempe.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Completes the shuffle pass.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Makes the catch. It's Moss. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
When you see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Might be looking to run. Rolling right and going deep. Touchdown, Sun Devils! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Off the boot, looking for his man. They get him up, rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
How about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through, and gets the big sack.
Finds his man down the middle. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent? From keeping drives alive. Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
And the Mountaineers will punt this one away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Trying to move the sticks on third down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you've got to have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. There he goes. Touchdown, Arizona State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. USC has the lead right now, but kind of fittingly, the men of Troy have been in a battle today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 11 over Iowa. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Mountaineers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? They go to the ground. Breaks into the open. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Mountaineers are rolling down the field. Bringing the heat. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. They're dealing with a second and long. Off the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Mountaineers!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on 3rd down. Looking for an open area to his left. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Reels it in down the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Sun Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Levin. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They're facing a 3rd down. They'll run play action. Sure hands, it's Tyson. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage. They've got some zone beaters as well, and you just saw one there on the crossing route.
A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Caught near the sticks. It's White. Turning it on. Touchdown, West Virginia. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He'll bring it out. It's Moss. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes them...
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. He'll keep it himself. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. The Mountaineers in the hurry-up.
And that's what I love about the QB run game in this offense is it just keeps these defenses off balance. We're going to see a lot of running backs doing their work between the tackles in this game as well. But you see how mixing in the quarterback run, too, it just keeps this defense so confused.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy to football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense, and here you go.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again. This offensive line has to step up.
Makes the grab. It's White. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Rides to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Sun Devils come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the move, he fires. Finds a man on the left.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now third down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. At the 35, he's loose. Got a lot of room to the right. How could this happen? Huge mistake, and the defense cashes in with a touchdown, and they're a point away from tying it up.
And we knew coming in these teams were very similar. Both really good football teams, but executing down the stretch might be the difference in the football game. How about that offense? Going down the field, they're an extra point away from tying this up, and we still got more football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Wants to throw, it's Levin. Rushes on him. And this one's not working, he'll just throw it away.
Obviously, that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
And even though his team is trailing, this guy has stepped up time and time again for his offense. Already over 100 yards, and now comes up with a massive play in a 2-minute situation.
With the catch, it's Tyson. And he's brought down after a nice gain. All tied up, under a minute to play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Well, there's no doubt where the quarterback's going to be looking in this 2-minute situation, trailing in this game. Tonight, time and time again, he has been feeding this guy the football.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And they've moved out front here on the 4th.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive. put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the air on first down. Escapes trouble. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.